Welcome to Motivational Mentor. The world is not waiting for you to be ready. It's moving forward at full speed, quietly replacing old rules, old jobs, and old ways of thinking. Most people won't even notice what's happening until it's too late. They'll wake up one day feeling confused, overwhelmed, and left behind, wondering how everything became so competitive, so expensive, and so unforgiving. But the truth is simple. The future doesn't reward intentions, it rewards preparation. And 2026 is already demanding a different version of you. Right now, there are two types of people: those who are upgrading themselves without announcing it, and those who are distracted, waiting for motivation, waiting for clarity, waiting for permission. By the time the second group realizes what's going on, the gap will be too wide to close easily. This is not fear. This is reality. The people who thrive in 2026 won't be the most talented or the most educated. They'll be the most skilled in the areas that actually matter. If you want control over your future, if you want leverage instead of anxiety, if you want confidence instead of constant doubt, then you need to master the skills that the next era rewards. Not someday, not next year, now. Because every month you delay, someone else is getting better, sharper, faster, and more prepared than you. This message isn't here to make you feel comfortable. It's here to wake you up. This is Motivational Mentor. And what you're about to hear could change the direction of your life if you take it seriously. Number 1. The ability to learn thus faster than the world changes. One of the most valuable abilities you can have in 2026 is the ability to learn faster than the world changes. Knowledge is no longer permanent. What worked before is expiring. Industries are evolving. Technology is advancing. And expectations are rising. People who cling to what they already know will struggle, while people who constantly update their skills will always find opportunities. The real advantage is not intelligence, it's adaptability. Fast learners don't complain about change. They expect it. They don't say, "I'm not good at this." They say, "I haven't learned it yet." They understand that learning is not about consuming information endlessly, but about applying, testing, and refining. They know how to break down complex skills into simple actions. They seek feedback. They improve quickly. In 2026, the gap between people who can learn efficiently and those who can't will feel brutal. One group will feel overwhelmed by new tools, new systems, and new demands. The other group will feel energized because every change is an opportunity. If you master how to learn, nothing can permanently defeat you. You can lose everything and rebuild. You can start late and still catch up. You can fail and recover faster than most people even try. No 2. Deep focus in a distracted world. Another skill that will define your success is your ability to focus deeply in a world designed to distract you. Attention is under attack every second. Notifications, social media, endless content, constant noise. Most people can't sit still with their own thoughts anymore. They bounce from task to task, never fully present, never fully committed, never fully effective. But deep focus is becoming rare, and rare skills are always valuable. The ability to concentrate on one important task without interruption is a competitive advantage. People who can focus produce better work, think more clearly, and solve harder problems. They don't just look busy, they create results. In 2026, distracted people will feel exhausted but unaccomplished. Focused people will move forward quietly and consistently. Focus is not about willpower alone. It's about training your environment, your habits, and your mind to resist cheap dopamine and choose meaningful progress. If you can control your attention, you can control your outcomes. No 3. Communication that commands respect. Another skill that will separate average lives from powerful ones is communication. Not just talking, but communicating with clarity, confidence, and intention. You can have the best ideas in the world, but if you can't express them clearly, they stay trapped in your mind. The world doesn't reward hidden potential. It rewards visible value. In the coming years, communication will determine who gets promoted, who gets funded, who gets listened to, and who gets ignored. People who can explain complex ideas simply will stand out. People who can speak with confidence will be trusted. People who can tell stories will influence others. This applies everywhere, in careers, relationships, leadership, and personal branding. How you speak and write shapes how people perceive you. Confidence is often communicated before competence is proven. If you hesitate, people assume you're unsure. If you speak clearly, people listen. Strong communicators don't speak more. They speak better. They know when to be direct and when to be strategic. They know how to listen, how to respond, and how to lead conversations instead of reacting to them. In 2026, your voice will either open doors or quietly close them. Number 4. Emotional control under pressure. Equally important is your ability to regulate your emotions under pressure. The future will not be calm or predictable. There will be uncertainty, competition, rejection, and stress. Most people will react emotionally, make impulsive decisions, and sabotage themselves when things don't go their way. Emotional self-control is not about ignoring feelings. It's about understanding them without letting them dictate your actions. People with emotional discipline don't panic when plans fail. They don't collapse when they face criticism. They don't quit just because things get uncomfortable. In high-pressure situations, emotional stability becomes a superpower. Calm people think clearly. Clear thinkers make better decisions. Better decisions compound over time. In a world full of emotional reactions, being emotionally grounded gives you an edge that most people never develop. In 2026, your ability to stay composed will matter more than your ability to impress. Pressure reveals character. If you could remain steady when others lose control, you'll naturally rise into leadership, trust, and respect. No 5. Self-discipline. When no one is watching, but none of these skills matter without self-discipline. Discipline is the foundation that turns knowledge into results. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. Discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation disappears. Self-discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when no one is watching. It's keeping promises to yourself. It's choosing long-term progress over short-term comfort. Most people know what they should do. Very few do it consistently. In 2026, the gap between disciplined and undisciplined people will be impossible to ignore. Disciplined people will build skills, wealth, and confidence over time. Undisciplined people will feel stuck, frustrated, and dependent on certain. 2026 is closer than you think. The habits you build now are shaping the life you'll live then. You can either prepare intentionally or react desperately later. The choice is uncomfortable either way, but only one leads to freedom. This is your moment to decide who you're becoming. Not next year, not when things slow down. Now, if this message challenged you, pushed you, or made you uncomfortable, that's a good sign. Growth is never comfortable. If you're serious about upgrading your mindset and preparing for the future, subscribe to Motivational Mentor for weekly content that strengthens your discipline, sharpens your thinking, and keeps you focused on what truly matters. Like this video if you're committed to leveling up. Comment, "I'm ready," if you're done waiting and ready to act. This is Motivational Mentor, and your future starts with what you do next.